Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we are going to be continuing Mob Psycho 100, Season 1, Episode 2. We met Mob. We saw what psychic abilities are in this world, which seems basic but complicated at the same time, but also just how obscure this world is. And it's funny how I can kind of recognize, like in Mob's face, I see a little Saitama. I see a lot of similarities between obviously it's the same guy from that wrote One Punch Man, so of course you're going to see similarities, but even the kind of the attitude a little bit reminded me a little bit of Saitama and Mob. I thought that was kind of interesting, but the big thing was like Reagan being kind of this guy that's supposed to be a psychic, but in reality he's like that, guy that works in the mall that's trying to scam you into buying insurance, kind of like that. 20% discount, 50% discount, 100%. No, but it's that guy. That's what's really funny. But it seems Mob is really he is working for him, and it seems to be. He feels like he's learning something, I would think, but in reality, is he really learning anything? No. He's supposed to be somebody that's supposed to teach him something, but all Reagan can show him is salt. Everything is salt in this. But in reality, if you thought about it, okay, how do you get rid of spirits? Some type of salt, but not like salt you can find in your pantry, like the actual the right salt. But also I loved the way everything kind of just the ridiculousness of it and the comedy. The comedy is just perfectly timed. I'm really enjoying it so far. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out the Patreon at patreon.com/AJRich123. Check me out on Twitter at AJRich123, and let's go ahead and start. Mob's an easier name to say. Hard to balance psychic abilities in school. What the hell, is that Saitama and Genos? Is he reading One Punch Man? Looking at too much porn on your work computer? Yeah, that's called malware. Yeah, that ain't a curse. That's that's viruses. I just can't. You don't want to pay for the massage? What are you exactly into? I guess he's used to, making guys feel good. Oh man, how many special abilities does Reagan have? Okay, when did this turn into some massage parlor? I guess that's one way, you can keep that going. Yeah, he seems pretty quiet. A little? Oh. That's how. That's the only way he gets somebody that strong. It has to be somebody that doesn't talk to anybody normally and is secluded. But like love and your normal kid stuff. What the hell? When is hitchhiking something you have to do in youth? Isn't that a little creepy to have pictures of yourself like that big in your workspace? I mean, it's kind of hard to have a club with 4 people. Probably the wrong person to anger. Well, seems perfect for Mob. Perfectly set up for Mob to show up. You're literally just eating, playing Game Boy, and that's about it. How many clubs are in this school? If you can have something like that, there's probably a club for anything. Look so long they become zombies. I mean, it's understandable, that type of club to seem creepy. And when your president acts like that. How did I know? Mob's perfect for it. Well, I guess you can eat more food and do nothing, you know, with 5 members. Oh, so they know what he can do. So it's definitely really uncommon to have those abilities here. Uh-oh. He's not going to be able to, you know, take advantage of him more if, you know, he... Yep, he can tell that it's going to be bad. I mean, they're just bullshitting for like an hour or two. And I guess he knows that really well. And he knows Shady. God damn, good actress. Girl of a million faces. Oh man, he's so Mom is so innocent. Yup, exactly. Eating, playing cards, playing Game Boy from the 90s. I mean, I'm sure there's other clubs that like mess around though, right, and do nothing. No one else will join. I swear, the faces in this are just ridiculous. Look at the freaking legs are hairy. How, like, ridiculous. He literally just has like a little pigtail. Wait, Mob passed? Now that I think about it though, he looks like a freaking full-on grown adult. So maybe, like, I mean, I guess Mob can kind of pass for going to that school a little bit. So innocent. Oh man, that's hilarious. I just think it's funny that like that he would join a club, like he would think about joining like a club or not, or I don't know, either one kind of sucks. It seems like, I mean, he's just kind of being used on both sides, and he, you know, he's innocent, he doesn't really realize it. I don't know. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, it was like the only way they could get in, so. But how can it get away with that during the day and stuff in a school? Okay, so a perverted spirit. Maybe somebody that died in the school? Well, has to be somebody that died in the school. Look, he's innocent. Doesn't understand. I guess with the face like that, you really can't tell if they're being serious or not, especially if you don't know them well. Spirit of the bathroom. Can he? Oh, he must be able to make it come out like this. Some type of barrier to keep it in. Oh shit, there he is. What the heck? It's a raisin ghost? Big giant raisin! What I want to know is how the hell did this guy die? I feel like it's some type of perverted way for sure. Jesus! Sending him into bits and pieces. Well, everything's okay now. What? Perverted too? Well, when you're a spirit, you can do a lot of stuff and get away with things, I would think. So no wonder it was fun for him. I feel like he is, though. He's doing a lot of stuff for... He's not just going to school and going home, so... That tells you one thing. Okay, those guys are not in middle school. What the fuck? So many questions at once. I mean, technically, you know, you're still living to the fullest, and it means your definition of what the fullest is. Putting so much pressure on the kid. I mean, that's a pretty basic dream. This could be a first step to go to do that. Oh no, is this a typical, I promised you in childhood we'd do something? Yeah, it's typical. People change. Yeah. Somebody needs to check check their IDs, seriously. Holy crap. Mob, we kind of learned of this episode that he is really kind of that typical shy, like, student that's just, you know, he just wants to, you know, the typical stuff, you know, girl that he had a crush on since he was a kid, you know, to like him and, you know, to have a relationship and just have fun and have a good time. It's kind of a good thing for a student to have that type of experience, be able, first of all, he'll be in the school more, so we might be able to see her more often. Maybe she's in another club. Also, they could, he could learn, also him, like, doing all this, you know, spirit stuff is helping because he has to talk to people. He has to, like, be around people and do things. It's really good for him, especially, like, you can tell how just how, like, shy and just his personality. The best way to make, you know, to get better is to put yourself out there. And I think Mob kind of realized that at the end. But can we just say I was getting a weird JoJo moment from this, where the goddamn, like, those guys are supposed to be in middle school and they look like they're fucking like 28. I don't understand. I swear to God, I don't understand that at all. Like, I would have been like, look, can those guys actually, those guys do not go to school here. Are those teachers? But another thing I really didn't like, though, is we never learned, it didn't say, like, how he died. I loved that in the first episode they talked about them, like, slipping on a banana peel, and I thought that might have been like a theme where they would die weirdly. My guess is he either, I don't know, he was hiding in either hiding in the girls' locker room and suffocated from like in the locker. I don't know, just got insanely like some type of perverted thing, and he died from just bliss, or like, oh God, what else? If you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments down below, or if maybe it's explained in the manga or something. But I just think it's really funny because it's I don't know, but I love to think like the crazy things that could happen, but also you can kind of understand. First of all, he said that he's kind of like Mob, and some of these guys, you wonder, like, why would you like haunt things, right? There's usually a reason. You're, you know, depressed about something happened in death that you didn't finish, like, something that was incomplete, so you didn't finish it in life, so you have to do it in death. But in this, it kind of is that, because he had he was the shy student, but he had this thoughts of all these perverted stuff and just wanting to enjoy enjoy school, and he was able to kind of live that as a spirit and not have any consequences for it. So why the hell would you give that up? Of course that makes a lot of sense. So some of these, even though it's really comical and there's a lot of funny things that happen, when you think about it, there's actual reasons why these spirits would kind of stay in the areas that they are. But another thing I want to comment on is Mob's abilities. So far, we've seen him just not have any trouble. He's obviously a natural, but what is they've talked about multiple, in the beginning of the first episode, they talked about multiple psychics. When I saw that, I thought, oh, it just must be a mainstream thing here, but it's not really talked about at all, really. The only ones we've seen is Mob, and Reagan, but not really. He's not a real one. So it's they must be insanely uncommon, or it's just not talked about that much. I don't know, but considering what we've seen so far, Mob just seems like the things that he's fighting is just he overpowers them and doesn't even have to try. He literally turned that guy into tons of pieces immediately. He could after he tracked everything in there, he was able to locate the spot it was at, then trap it with a barrier, which is pretty useful, and then destroy it. I don't know. I guess he's just, I wonder how powerful he is compared to anybody else, if or where any other psychics, like I said, they talked about multiple psychics, so you would think there's more, but they just haven't been presented. But anyway, I think this was a good episode. I can't wait to watch more. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. Check out my Patreon at patreon.com/AJRich123. Also, you can check out twitch.tv/AJRich for streams. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.